Hey, hi all. Back to BRL Knowledge Center. In this session, we'll talk about what is a method overloading in C#. So in yesterday's session, if you can think of it like what we discussed, we just discussed what is a method and how many ways we have to define a method and the purpose of method and the syntax of declaring a method, etc. Now we'll see like what is a method overloading in C#. So in C#, if we can create like a method name, right, or a method for two different purposes with the same name, then it can be known as a method overload. So we can create two or more methods with the same name, then it is known as method overloading. So let's define this definition. In C sharp, right, we can create two or more, right, methods, right, with the same name, right, is known as method overloading. Okay. So for example, right, I'm going to demo you like, no, I'll be having a method called display, which is allowing integer value and display something. And then I'm having same name method, which is going to allow, two parameters. Okay. Let me demo you, right? I'm just opening my Visual Studio, right? Where is that? This one, right? So I'm going to, declare, fine, syntax stuff. Where is that? I'm going to remove this, and instead of this stuff also I'm going to remove it, right? This is my empty skeleton. Now here what I'm going to do is instead of my class, right, I'm going to define display. This is int I, right? And I'm just writing something, right? Console dot right line of right uh, argument, right? Argument equal to, right, closing that, and I just print that. Also, I have another method, right, of a same name, right? Display int, right, a int b, right? So this is also possible because different parameters I'm giving it here. Hence, I can define, right, same name method. Console dot right line of arguments, right, and right, a, this is a, and b, this is b, right? That's why I'm defining it. Keep dollar here to resolve the things. So these are the two methods. I'm having it instead of my class. As usually, I'm having my method, which will now allow the compiler to start the execution from here. That's fine. Okay. So this is my structure, right? And this is my class closing, and this is my end closing. Now coming to my this one, right? I'm going to initialize, right, my program class to invoke my methods display, right, of 100, right, because my first method is accepting one value, then passing only one value, and next value, right, 100, 200, because it is passing two values, right? Let me run this so and see like how it is running. The first method is going to print arguments equal to 100. Second method is going to print arguments 800 b 200. That's how it is going to overload, right? Same name method with different parameters and different tasks or different job it is going to execute or perform based on the type of parameter. Okay. So in C sharp, there might be two or more, methods in a class with the same name, but different number or types and order of parameters. It is called method overloading. Got it? Going back to my this. So in C sharp, right, there might be, right, two or, right, more methods, right, in a class with the same name, but different, right, numbers, comma, types, comma, and order of, right, parameters. So that also going to be differentiate the method declaration. It is called as, right, method overloading, right? So coming to these examples, right? If I say y display this way, I'm going to define something, right? And y, right, display of int a, right? I'm going to define something. And again, I'm going to define, right, float display of double a, and this is something like this. And again, float display of, right, int a, float b, this way. These are different ways of, defining a method with same name, right? But looking at here, first is not having any parameter, second is having single parameter, third is having, right, double parameter, it's a different type, and fourth is having integer and float, and return type is float. Okay, so these are the different ways of, defining a method in the C# to get the overloading concept. So we can do method overloading, right, in below ways by changing, right, the number of parameters, by changing the data types of the parameters, okay, and by changing the order of the parameter, by changing the number of parameters, by changing the data types, by changing the, right, order of the parameters. So these are the different ways we can achieve method overload. Understood? That's how it is going to, implement the method overloading, right? This is how it looks like, working with same name and having different purposes. Okay, and similarly, you can define it for three variables and define it for returning something a value instead of void. Like that, you can define a same method, right? Same name method with different parameters and different types. Got it? This is the concept is called method overloading. Okay, thanks for listening to this video, right? And please subscribe this channel for more videos. Thank you.